Hello, witches, and welcome to Witch Talk Live. I am your host, Aurora Moon, and I'm getting on a little late tonight because once again I struggled with my camera, and I don't understand. It works one moment and then it doesn't, and I think it's probably because I have a few here with me and it's going back and forth, but I don't know. Anyways, we are doing a return to sender spell tonight, but I have amplified it. I have amped it up and I am all ready for you guys because what I created for the list, if you saw the list on either my Facebook page or my YouTube community posts, you would see the ingredients that I have posted there. Now, the weird thing is, well, not the weird thing, but I gave you a whole bunch of stuff and we don't have to use them all. It's just options. But I'm actually just going to do this spell tonight with salt. Well, maybe I'll change it a little bit. Anyways, as you can see, I already have my setup here. I already have my candle intact. I'm going to grab it for a moment. And the reason why I'm grabbing it is because we want to hold the candle in our hand before to set the intention. So I am going to hold my candle with the intention on getting rid of any negative energy or anything that is coming my way that somebody's either bashing me, sending ill intentions. They could be even sending illness. I know it sounds crazy, but it can happen. And because words can actually affect how you do things and how you do spells, right? So I've got one of my cameras set up, well, two of my cameras set up, but the what we're going to do, and I know it sounds like I'm kind of all over the place, and we just finished Mercury retrograde, so I don't have an excuse for it tonight, except that I'm just overwhelmed with everything that was going on tonight. Maybe I should have a little sip of my coffee. Cheers. So let's get started, shall we? So I've got I decided to pick a black candle tonight. You can pick black, you can pick white, you can pick any kind of candle that you have on hand. If it's beeswax, if it's a tea light, you can still do this with the same intention. You might just have to modify it a little bit. And that's okay because it's all about the intention. It's not about the materials or supplies or the herbs or the flowers or anything like that that we're using tonight. It's all about what we want to create and what we want to send back. Now, a lot of people are going to think that doing a return to sender is baneful. It can be. Anything you can make baneful. But when we're setting intentions for a return to sender spell, we want to set the intention of whoever has been sending you anything. And if you don't know who the person is, that's fine. However, if you do know who the person is, then you can put the name on the candle. If you don't have a name and it's just generic, you can just put return to sender on it, or you can put whatever you know of them. You can put a phone number, you can put just their first name, their last name, their date of birth. You can do all of it if you can or if you want to. But you don't need to. Having the image in your head of who this person is, and again, if you don't know who the person is, and you just think that somebody is, then just set the intention to send anything back that is not of your best and highest good. So I've got this broken down into a couple of things, and I had to write it down because it's a few pages long. And I asked for you guys to bring for tonight. I said we're going to need a black candle, black or white, a small mirror, salt, a piece of paper or a pen or a pencil, whatever to write, marker if you have, okay? Now, for banishing herbs that you can use pepper. Pepper is a very good banishing herb. It's got a very strong, potent smell. It definitely has that taste. And when you think of pepper, you don't want to put too much because it's like, it's too much. Some people can't handle the pepper. So that's how we're going to look at how we're going to create the spell. Now, salt, if you have salt on hand, you can use salt as well. I've used salt in my circle. Now, as you can see, I'm going to just come over here for a moment, okay? I've got a mirror underneath to reflect. I've got water in it. Now, I've got full moon water that is surrounding it. It's like a little moat. So I've got my pan. I put a sprinkle of salt around it to keep it protected. I put the mirror inside that circle. I then put the bowl of water on top. Now I use full moon, I think I used full moon lunar eclipse water. And I also, what was I thinking of? No, the full moon water, the salt. And I did that because when you put water on top of a mirror, it amplifies it even more. Now, I don't know if you guys can see this from here or not because of the angle, but I've got two mirrors here. I've got one here and one here that I have being held up. And then I've got one right across, and then I've got one right underneath. And that's to give that extra potency. Because, if somebody's sending shade to you, you're not sending it back to harm. When we're doing a return to sender spell, we're doing it to protect ourselves. So if somebody's going to come at you, it's like somebody coming at you with a knife. Are you going to, like if you've got a shield in front of you, are you going to just let them come at you? No, you're going to put that shield up. So the mirrors are going to act like a shield. Anything that's going to come at me, anything that's going to come at you guys, that mirror is going to amplify it and send it back because whatever, it's reflective, right? So if you're looking at a mirror, you're seeing that energy back. Guess what it's going to do? It's going to go right back to that person who sent it. The water is going to do that too. Now, because I use full moon lunar eclipse, and we just had the full moon last night, it came into full effect, I think, around 20 after 10, 10:30, in between there. And that energy is to release. So I'm releasing it back. That's what I'm doing. I'm releasing that back. And because it's lunar eclipse water, it's amplified even more. So I'm not putting up I'm not taking no shit. I'm sending it back. I'm like, nope, you guys can have this. Boom, right? Now, I like incorporating music with mine. Now, with YouTube, I cannot play music without the potential of being banned. You have to go through all this paperwork in order to do it. So I'm just going to tell you the type of music that I listen to when I'm doing a return to sender spell. And I'll get to that in a moment. So I'm going to grab, where's my candle? I've got my candle here. I've already cleansed my space. Now, if you guys haven't done it, let's just do it just for, like I said, every time that we get together, I want to make sure that we do this candle or this ritual. Now, I know Sherry's here. Who else is here? Chime in if you want. Jay is usually a little bit late. Same thing with Delilah. Jay, are you here tonight? I think we got Amy and Steven and Tamara. Where are you guys? You guys are late. You guys are always on time. You guys are usually here before I am. So anyways, let's call in the energy, okay? I call upon the four directions, the four elements, to open our circle as a consecrated place of love, healing, and spiritual guidance. May east and air share their knowledge of all beginnings. May north and earth share their knowledge of all stabilizing influences. May south and fire share their knowledge of all changes, and may west and water share their knowledge of all endings. Goddess, the mother of all, protects me. God, the Father of all, defends me. I am always safe. I am never alone. I call upon my spirit guides. I call upon my angels, and I call upon all forces of good to enter our circle of white light and divine inspiration. May my higher self transmit to me the knowledge I am ready to receive and the wisdom to make the best use of it. Okay, so let's get going. So I've already got my salt out. I can use pepper. You can use cinnamon if you want to speed it up. You can use a bay leaf if you'd like, and even right on return to sender if you want something to burn. You can use garlic powder for warding off, and chili powder or cayenne pepper for clearing negative influences. Now, if you have somebody that likes to follow you on social media and maybe talk a little bit too much about you in maybe not the brightest light, throw in some cloves, dried cloves or ground cloves, anything that you want. And you can put it in the water if you wish. You can put it into the salt mixture, or you can mix it onto your candle. Now, I'm going to grab my banishing oil, because banishing oil you should always have on hand. It always comes in handy. It's got the oil already mixed in it. It's got my herbs. There we go. Banishing. Banish all the devils and the vampires. Okay, what am I going to grab tonight? I think I'm going to grab just some pepper. I'm going to keep it oh, maybe I'm going to grab some cloves. Hold on. Let's see. Got some pepper. And I've got some ground cloves here. Okay. We're keeping it simple tonight because, honestly, witches, you do not need to go broke to be a witch. You do not need to go broke doing your spell casting. If anything, most of us are looking to manifest money, not spend it. So we're going to do that. And hello to anybody who's just jumping on or who watches the replay afterwards. I always appreciate you guys. Always do. And last week I got sick. I was supposed to do the return to sender spell last week and I got sick. So I've got some cloves here. I'm going to banish any gossip, anything that people might be spreading around, bad intentions. There we go. Okay. Now, depending on who it's for, it may depend on what you use for your ingredients, right? But I'm just using pepper, ground cloves, and banishing oil that has all my ingredients. And I'm just going to make sure that that is wrapped in. Now, if you are doing this towards somebody, you may want to add a photo. That's what you want to do. Again, your spells aren't meant to create harmful intentions, but they are meant to take care of the problem. Okay, so I'm going to put it over here. We got my candle all going. Now, I also set it in the water because when the candle burns, it has a habit of coming down, and you can read the candle wax and get another message out of it. It's like double dipping. You get everything, right? So I'm going to make sure I'm not stepping on cords here. Like I said, I was having a problem getting everything going. I don't know why. Usually Mercury retrograde doesn't affect my camera during Mercury retrograde. It usually gets to it afterwards. I don't know each time, but I'm over here now. So I'm going to set my ritual candles here, because that's just a ritual that I like to do. Okay. And I like to dab on a little bit of my essential oil that I made. Isn't that cute? I got it at, I think it was like a Goodwill place. And it's so cute. So I put my Lilith oil in there. Okay, now we're going to burn this baby. Now, if you do want to add an incantation to this spell, oh no, there we go. If you do want to add an incantation on this spell, it's very easy to do. I'm going to give you one. Now, you can be as elaborate or as simple as you want for this spell. Okay, it's about sending the energy back. You're not putting any malicious intentions into it, but you are going to utilize all the energy that you have in the bowl so that it makes an impact. And you're going to send that energy back to who may concern. Now, because we can't use music, I can't even sing it without getting tagged. So I'm just going to tell you the titles that I like to use. One, for you Elvis fans out there, you could use Return to Sender from Elvis and get into it. Sing it along, like sing along. Or you could use Hit the Road Jack. Get the person out of here. Hit the road. I don't want to take your shit no more. Now, you could also use other types of music. You can use some empowerment ones like Roar from Katy Perry if you want. You guys don't have to be fans of the person that's the song's about or that the music necessarily, but it's the energy that it brings. If you find that you're listening to music, at least for me, I find that the energy amplifies because I get excited. I think about it. You know, if I'm singing the song Hit the Road Jack, I'm singing the words like I mean it. And that can make your spells fun, but so effective that way. You have no idea how effective using music can make your spells. Now, I do have an incantation, or I should not I've got both. Sorry. We're going to start off with the petition first. And this, if you want to, you don't have to. Like I said, I just put Return to Sender on my spell, or my spell candle. But you can also take a piece of paper and you can write down, I return what is not mine. I release what does not belong to me. I send nothing of my own. I claim only my right to be protected. And that affirms that you are not going to take any shit from anybody. And if you don't know the person, you can just say, whatever is not mine, may it find its way back to where it came from. It's simple. But you have to mean it. In order for your spells to work, you have to mean it. Now, I did write down an incantation. I do not have it memorized, so I did write it down. So I'm going to bring it out here. There we go. Okay. And you can repeat this either 3, 6, or 9 times. Okay. So what is sent to me, I do not receive. What is not mine, I do not keep. Through this mirror, let all harm be known. Let every ill intention return to its own. I said no curse. I said no pain. I claim my peace and cleanse my name. What came to me now leaves my door. It has no place with me anymore. By mirror, flame, earth, and air, I release all energy that should not be there. I am protected. I am free. What is not mine returns to thee. Now, I am going to repeat that again because it is a powerful incantation, and it is a great way to claim your power and feel it. Like I said, that's where your spell lies. It's within you. Anybody can light a candle and walk away or watch it burn and feel like they're manifesting, but you need to put that energy into it. It's yours. It's yours. So if that is if that is what is going to solve your problems, then you put your energy into solving your problem. So let's say this again. What is sent to me, I do not receive. What is not mine, I do not keep. Through this mirror, let all harm be known. Let every ill intention return on its own. I send no curse. I send no pain. I claim my peace and cleanse my name. What came to me now leaves my door. It has no place with me anymore. By mirror, flame, earth, and air, I release all energy that should not be there. I am protected. I am free. What is mine returns to thee. What is not mine returns to thee. Times 3, 6 or 9. We're going to say it again. And you guys, I don't expect you guys to memorize this. You can write it down. You can say it along with me as I'm saying it if you're getting used to it. What is sent to me, I do not receive. What is not mine, I do not keep. Through this mirror, let all harm be known. Let every ill intention return on its own. I send no curse. I send no pain. I claim my space, or I claim my peace and cleanse my name. What came to me now leaves my door. It has no place with me anymore. By mirror, flame, earth, and air, I release all energy that should not be there. I am protected. I am free. What is mine returns to thee. I'm going to take a sip of my coffee, because that's some good coffee. And we're going to let that burn. Now, depending on what type of herbs that you have put on your candle may speed it up or slow it down. But you're going to watch the flame. You're going to watch how it burns. It is amazing how many times I have, oh my God, how many times that I have gotten messages through flames. I believe I sent through my group chat a picture. Maybe I didn't. I'm going to think about that. You guys got to let me know. But what I did was it looked like a native Indian in one of my candle spells. It was the wildest thing. Like, what? So I took a picture of it. And it was so crazy, but I get messages all the time. And when something like that happens, I either look at it as my ancestors have my back. You know, if I'm, let's say I'm doing a love spell and a heart comes up, then I know that it's thinking of love. You know, it's amazing what actually comes up through your candle workings. And it's a form of scrying. If you look at you can get messages through your paper, you can get messages through your candles. It's just the way that they burn. But you've got to pay attention to it. You don't walk away from your candle and leave it unattended. You can for a moment. If you're still in the same room, you're not going to worry about it, right? But I still like to try to practice safe fire safety because, well, that made sense, didn't it? Say fire safety. Fire safety. Sometimes the things that come out of my mouth, I shock myself. I'm like, really? Did I really say that? Yes. Yes, I did. Okay. As this is going, I'm going to say it one more time, okay? Just for argument's sake. Just to have it come out smoothly, flowing. What is sent to me, I do not receive. Say it with power. What is not mine, I do not keep. Through this mirror, let all harm be known. Let every ill intention return on its own. I send no curse. I send no pain. I claim my peace and cleanse my name. What came to me now leaves the door. It has no place with me anymore. By mirror, flame, earth, and fire, I release all energy that should not be there. I am protected. I am free. What is not mine returns to thee. Did you feel the power? Because I get hot when I do spell work. It is very natural for me to start building up that energy. And see, one of my candles is going crazy over there. And there's no flow coming down. See, it's very steady right now. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, it does something. Spirit talks to us in so many different ways. So pay attention. Watch your candle. See how it goes. Right now, they're steady. And steady is good. It doesn't mean that a candle that burns quicker doesn't necessarily mean that your spell is going to come quicker. It can, but not always. And just because your spell is taking its time doesn't necessarily mean that this is going to take forever. Sometimes we just need it to process, go through the process, feel the energy. And then sometimes out of nowhere, it takes off and you're like, where did that come from? I wasn't expecting that. This is what I'm talking about. Sometimes it's just that. Now, there's not much more I can tell you guys besides watching my candle. If you have any questions, please let me know. I'm always open to hear. And next week, I think I'm going to bring out, before I end this Witch's Apothecary series, I'm going to bring out maybe 1 or 2 herbal dressings that we can do on our candles, that you can do it in a flash, so you're not needing to think about how, you want to do a money spell. Oh, I got the green candle. Oh, now I got to look for the herbs. You can make your own and say, oh, now I've got a dressing for this. Now I can just set it aside, and anytime I need to use it, I'm going to use it. I know for sure I'm going to do one for manifesting. Maybe leave a comment or comment in below and let me know what kind of other dressings, spell dressings you'd like to see. There's so many out there. And you can make them on your own, but this would be a good start for you guys to see how it's done and how easy it is to get done. Now, I probably will bring out my mortar and pestle for it too, because that's fun. But yeah, I think there's only going to be a couple more episodes of the Witch's Apothecary, and then we're going to get into crystal work. Who's excited for crystal work? I am. It's a different way of doing magic. And it's a great way to get to know your crystals. So we will cover that in the next, I'm going to say 3 weeks time for sure. 2 weeks maybe. But I'm on it. Don't worry about it. I got your back. So if you have any questions, witches, let me know. But I do have the 4 mirrors all set up to amplify the spell, including the water, like I said. These are all things that you didn't need to have tonight. I brought them in to show you how versatile a spell can be when you're thinking outside the box. When you think of stuff like this, you might think that it's not going to work, but if you haven't tried it, you never know. So give it a shot. Create your own spells. Let me know how they go. But you got to trust in yourself, and you're going to trust in the work that you do. But anyways, witches, I'm going to let this burn. I'm going to show you a picture of it later. I'll post it on probably in the community post on YouTube or in Facebook, or both. Maybe I'll do both. But check out the new content that I have. There's so much more that's coming. Now that I'm going to get my camera all working. You're welcome, Sherry. I love ya. And I'm wondering if I'm just not seeing everybody or if everybody forgot tonight. Jay's probably sleeping, and he'll probably kick himself afterwards saying, I missed it again. Anyways, witches, love you all. Hope everybody's doing good, and I will talk to you later.